Accountex 2023, we're here on day one. Rob Brown here. I'm thrilled to have with me today from the 2020 Innovation Group, Sharon Cooke. Hello to you.
Hi Rob, how you doing?
We're doing great. Sharon, the event has just started. People are starting to roll in, but you're a veteran of these shows. You've been to them. Tell the audience who you are and what you do.
So I'm Sharon Cooke. I'm Technical Director of a trading and compliance company called 2020 Innovation. This is probably my sixth, seventh year of Accountex.
With a few different hats on over the years.
Yeah, fair enough. Moved around a little, but 2020 is home at the moment, and it's really, really good. It's a really innovative company. I know we're going to talk in a moment about new things and emerging tech, and it's something that's the beating heart of 2020.
And
so
2020 have had a big presence at this show for many years, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
No different this year.
We're bigger this year, rebranding, so our new branding logo is on show, so it's a really, really exciting year for us.
Why do you come here?
It's a really good opportunity for us to connect with our members. So a lot of our training provision is webinars. We do conferences as well, but the day-to-day training on the technical and practice management matters is webinars. So we're not having that face-to-face connection with members, but we come to an event like this, we can see them, bring the human into the relationship, and that's so important. Also meeting other accountants, so talking to people that may benefit from the 2020 offering. So we're really up for talking to anyone.
So it's part about lead generation, it's part about brand awareness, it's part about having conversations, building relationships.
Absolutely, and not just with our friends in the accountancy sector. We're also really interested to talk to other businesses that are here at the show, because collaboration can be great for us, great for our partners, and great for our clients as well. Yeah. So we're interested, I was talking to one of my colleagues this morning about some of the marketing tech that's emerging. So we're really interested to see what people are doing, have we got any opportunities to work together. It's just a great time to get together, have a fun couple of days and meet new people. 2020
used to be just 2020, now you've added the word innovation on. So what are you working on at the moment? What's new there?
Well, something we're working on literally live at the moment. Of course, a big talking point in the profession at the moment, or it's a big talking point in my world, but perhaps emerging in some areas, is generative AI, ChatGPT. So I work with a lady called Billy McLaughlin. She's very much a subject matter expert. She's all over the artificial intelligence technology and how it can be implemented in practice. But what I've been thinking about with my compliance hat on, bringing the fun to the party, Rob,
absolutely,
is the risk and the compliance around it. So absolutely, AI, we can see it's going to move at pace this year. And that's good. So there will be opportunities and practical implementation tips arising, but there's some day-to-day issues that I really believe we need to manage as well. So even in a relatively small business like 2020 Innovation, we have team members that are using it in day-to-day life, whether that's to help them craft emails or to help them craft social media responses. So useful, but I think we need to acknowledge that practitioners will have people in their practices that are using it. And without a framework for safe usage, there is risk there in my view. So we've got to be careful around confidentiality of client data and what we're putting into these artificial intelligence tools, and also the quality of response. Now, when you want to write a response to a social media post, there's not a lot it can do wrong. But as you know, my bag is tax. I'm talking on tax later on today. When you ask it tax questions, it's having a good go, but what it's pushing out, it isn't always quite right. And of course, tax is a massive topic, and ChatGPT does need to do more learning. So there's risk as well within practices that clients might ask tax questions. So can I have tax relief for X, Y, or Z? And somebody in the firm will ask a generative AI tool and pass that on to the client. So what we've crafted, and what I'm really, really pleased to bring to the 2020 members, is a template policy document.
Okay.
Now this will of course emerge as weeks and months go on, but this isn't saying don't use it, that's not realistic, but it's saying if you're going to use it, here's the framework that us as a firm want you to use it in.
Yes.
And of course, security of data, confidentiality, professional behaviour, linking it into our existing ethical principles, that's core to that. So we've developed that, and we've developed some practical usage guides for it as well, and these are all in our member resources, and hopefully will be really, really good as our members go forward into 2023.
That's exciting, because you're getting ahead of a lot of the moral questions about ChatGPT and AI that are coming up.
Yeah,
how do we use this? What is this good for? To what degree are we liable for the stuff we put out using it? I've heard that ChatGPT has passed the bar exam. It's passed accounting qualification exams. So it's smart.
It really is. It's amazing and it's exciting, and that's why we're going to find people using it. And you absolutely can use it for good. And I don't want me or 2020 to be saying, oh no, don't.
Yeah.
But it's all about using it safely, sensibly, and recognising the obligations that are on us within this profession.
Yeah.
And I believe there's a way we can do that. It's all about balance.
Yeah. So what's coming up for 2020 innovation over the next few years?
Well, we've just launched the rebrand, which is really, really exciting. We went through a buyout a couple of years ago, so it's new ownership into 2020 now. And yeah, we've got big growth aims, and we want to work with more accountants, and we want to be providing them the services that they need to future-proof their practices. So,
are you the number one at what you do in this area, Sharon? Do you have any competition?
Yeah, there is competition in the market. I do think we provide a range of services where some areas there's more competition than others. But I think the thread that runs through 2020 is that innovative nature. So absolutely, we've got the tax updates, we've got the audit updates, we've got the accounts updates, but we're also talking about practice management, we're talking about technology. We are acknowledging that for practitioners to be successful, they need so much more than the technical skills.
Yeah.
They've got to be able to coach and develop their teams and motivate their teams to stay with the practice as it grows and to be able to attract more people to come in. They've got to get their tech stacks right to be able to work efficiently and embrace AI to take some of those core compliance tasks off them. And we mentioned earlier the human interactions being so important. That's where accountants need to be focusing. So yes, we're going to use tech where it can bring efficiency and increased accuracy in some cases, but the human interaction, the empathy, the understanding client needs, understanding client worries, that's where accountants can be really strong. And we want to help accountants grow their practices in that type of direction. And sometimes that is easier said than done. There's a lot of tech out there. Getting the right framework of technology and people in your practice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we're here at Accountex. There are a lot of events out there as well as Accountex. I know this is a flagship event for you. What makes Accountex so special?
I think because it's so big and it's so well known in the profession.
Size matters, doesn't it, sometimes?
Yes, so this is a big show. A lot of people come in terms of vendors and visitors. So I know people will travel from all over the country to come to Accountex in London. It's really great. We've got Accountex North as well now. So I just think it's more accessible than ever. And yeah, it stands out as just being broad. A lot of different vendors here with a lot of different specialisms. So you can come to Accountex with a lot of good questions and hopefully walk out the door at the end of the 2 days with answers to those questions.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the word questions because I'm thinking there's a lot you want to impart to people that come to your stand. But what questions will you be asking? What do you want to find out over the next couple of days? What are you curious about?
So I think it's keeping up to speed with the challenges that practitioners are facing. So it's very easy for me. I haven't been in practice for 18, 19 years now. I could assume that these are the challenges that practitioners are facing based on what I was doing 20 years ago, and that's clearly not going to work. So these events are really great touch points to say what's worrying you, what's holding you back from growth, from success, what support do you need to help you get to where you want to be. So those are the questions I think are really important. So what challenges are you facing now? What are your ambitions for the coming years? And how, as your training and compliance partner, can we support you in getting there?
It's garnering market intelligence for you, isn't it? So you can shape what you're doing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a big piece. We also run member meetings. So again, it's what makes us a bit different. So all of our members are invited into regular meetings. We do about 2 a month, and they can come in, talk to us, talk to their peers about exactly that, Rob. So what challenges are you facing, and what are others doing to get around that? And that's almost always technology, people, processes.
Yep.
So we talk about that quite a lot. So we're helping, but also we're always listening, and that listening then goes into our product development. So I really like the model.
And any advice finally for people coming to Accountex to make the most of it? Comfortable shoes, pacing themselves.
Trainers on today.
Yes.
Absolutely. So the shoes, the pace. But I think just that, ask the questions, do engage. And I can say this as an introvert myself, that it's very easy to come to an event like this, head down and don't talk to anybody. Just want to look and not talk.
Well, they are accountants after all, mostly, aren't they?
I think for some of us that can be a comfort zone to absorb information at our own pace and only want to talk to people when we're comfortable, we understand the product offering. But really, I would just want to reiterate that everybody here is so friendly, so open to conversations, wherever they may go, about the vendor's product or otherwise. This is an event to connect, to talk, to make new connections, and I really think we should make the most of that.
Well, we're broadcasting live, and 2020 Innovation are at stand number.
Oh, Rob,
There you
that's
go.
the one question I can't answer.
Have a look at the map there.
Have you got any tax
Go and
questions?
see Sharon and Gordon and Ian and their team. And you're doing a talk on tax as well, aren't you? Which
Yeah,
will
I'm doing.
be packed out as it usually is.
I
Sharon.
hope so. It's my first year on the main stage.
Wow.
So I'm doing 10 top tax issues at 3 o'clock today.
It's funny how that stuff goes down really well, doesn't it? They're hungry for that information.
We overflowed the theatre of that topic last year, which is why we've gone main stage. So fingers crossed somebody will come and see me.
Well, it's been lovely to have you with us.
Oh,
Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you back at the stand, and enjoy the rest of the 2 days.
Look forward to it. Thanks,
Sharon
Rob.
Cooke, thank you.